Okay, welcome to part 2 of modeling a Craftsman clock. So let's begin where we left off with this model right here. We drew the face frame. The first thing we're going to do is group it. So with your cursor, let's draw a box around that, right click and group. Now this was a group before, but we added this to the group. So when we explode it later, we're going to have to explode it 2 times. Now that we've done that, we're going to build the sides. And if you look, the sides are 4 inches by this height, which is 16 minus 3/8. And we're going to build it as a solid panel and then do some indenting and unindenting and things like that. So that's how we go at her. So let's orbit to the back. And we're going to begin by drawing a line from here out on the green axis 4 inches. That's not on the green axis. Let's try that again. On the green axis 4. There we go. I'm going to press escape. I'm going to do it again from the bottom. So from this, where this arch comes around and meets the leg, out on the green 4. And I'm not going to detach from that. I'm just going to link up to the top. No, that's not right. That should have went solid. Maybe it didn't go solid because this is a group. Let me see. If I draw from here down, that's why. So you have to draw this side as well. So we need a panel that is from this bottom of the curve to the top, 4 inches out, down and back. Use your push-pull tool. Actually, not yet. Sorry. Get the pencil, click from this point across, and let's just get these points lined up with the boards on the face. There we go. Now, grab your push-pull tool. Simply take and push these 0.75. And we'll do the same with this, 0.75. And the bottom, 0.75. That went the wrong way. Control Z that. 0.75. There we go. And get your pencil and redraw the straight lines. It's just to make them solid again. See how they went hollow? So there we go. And then we're now going to take and we're going to push-pull this that way, 0.5. And again, if it went hollow, just redraw the lines. We're going to do it again, 0.25. And you can see that gives us a panel right in the middle of that 3/4 inch. So do the same here. Push-pull, 0.5, and then 0.25. There you go. That was so easy. Let's do it again on this side. It's harder to see on this side, but still doable. So we're going to go straight down to that point. We're going to come out on the green 4 inches. Press enter. We could try going up, and if it guesses where to go, that works. If not, we could just go from the other point, because I don't know this dimension. It's whatever, 16 minus 3/8. But we've got to go from that point to that point, make it solid, double check, everything's lining up. I'm good with that, happy with that. Let's pull this. No, sorry, I made that mistake twice. Before we push-pull, we have to draw these lines. Boom, 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 and boom. Now we can push-pull this. 0.75. We can just match that to that point. We can match this to this point. Redraw. I'm going to cruise through this because I've showed this already. And 0.5 extrusion on this. And then again 0.25. And 0.5. And 0.25. There you have it. Your side panels. Good time to save. File. Save as. We're going to put a 2 at the end of this because we are on the part 2 series, part 2 of a 2-part series. And it's good to have a backup in case you want to go back if you make a mistake. So we're going to save that. Now remember we grouped this front. The reason we did that before is so we wouldn't have to erase the stuff we didn't need when we copied and pasted it. So when we click on this, it's grouped. Click on it, press Control C and Control V. And you're going to get another one. Now we're just going to place it, put it down first of all. The reason we put it down is because we want to, I'm just going to press H or get my hand. I want to move it using my move tool from this point to this point. So I simply get my move tool, click on this point, and go close and click on this point. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to get my pencil, deselect all of this. I'm happy with what I have so far. Now let's do the top. The top, if you take a look at the example, has a 7 by 12 inch or 1 foot by 7 inch top, and it overhangs 1.5 inches over everywhere except the back. The back is flush. Okay, now I had measured it before, that's why I know the overhang, and I also drew this, that's why I know the overhang. Okay, so we're going to do that now. Let's grab our model. To do this, I'm going to zoom in closer to the top. Simply take, we could use this tool. We could click on here, and then we could go like this and that. So I didn't click here, I just went to that point and went up, and I went 3/4 or 0.75. Okay. That's just to show you a different tool. Now we can take our push-pull tool, and we're going to push this to the other point and lock it in. Now it's flat, there's no overhang. I don't like that. I want some overhang. So I'm going to pull this out 1.5. I'm going to pull this forward 1.5. And I'm going to rotate to the other side. Pull this out 1.5. Almost done. Actually, no, we have to still do some stuff on the inside. Now, the overhang has a chamfer on it. It has a beveled top. See that? So that beveled top starts halfway, and I believe it goes in about 1 inch. Let's see what that looks like. That's neither here nor there, but so let's just get a bevel on the top. Now we want to do that on the back side because we're going to use something called the Follow Me tool. So on the back, we're going to zoom in, and we're going to go from this point 1 inch in. So we're just going to drop this here, go 1 inch, 1, enter, find that green dot, click on it, and then find the midpoint. See how it'll just jump to the midpoint on this side? So that's the chamfer. You can do this with any pattern, but we're going to just do a chamfer. And then you use this tool here called a Follow Me tool. So what you do is you click on this pattern, okay, and I haven't clicked on it yet. I'm going to turn a little bit. I click on the pattern, and then what I do is I just take my cursor, I go around the side. When I get here, I press the orbit, and then I go like this, okay, and then I go like this. You can see it's following me. It's asking me where do I want this chamfer to go. So I go to here, orbit, so far so good, and then I go over here, and once I get to here, I click. And it follows that chamfer all the way around. Now the design I just have to delete with my eraser. Okay, there you have it. What a great time to save. File, save. We've already named it. Save. Now the last thing we're going to do, and I've had some problems with this, so hopefully I don't this time. We're going to take and put this little, here I'll show you in the example. We're going to put this little 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch centered in the middle, that little molding in there. Okay. Now that I'm looking at it, I think we're actually just going to make it, how are we going to do this? Well, let's try to do this. Let's see if we can make that work. I did it before, but let's see if we can do it again. So back to our model. The way I did this is I grabbed the pencil and I just redrew one of these. Now because it's grouped it might not. No. So I'm going to undo that. Let's first of all explode this. Don't do what I just did. Click on this, right click, and explode. And we're going to do the same with this. We're going to explode any piece that are together. So now all these are individual pieces. So they're all exploded. I believe that's the key to success. Grab the pencil now, and we're going to just redraw one of these lines here and one of these lines here, and that will make this solid. The tool we're going to use now is called an offset tool, and the way it works is on any shape. I can take a shape and I can make it, oh, I accidentally picked the bottom one, but you can see I can make it bigger and smaller. So I'm going to press escape, and I'm going to go to this one. I'm going to just do a single click. Whoops, that double clicked. I'm going to do a single click, move my mouse, and you can see as I'm moving it, it gets bigger or smaller. It's asking me how big do I want this to be, how far away from that point. So I'm going to go 0.25, enter. And I'll do the same on the bottom since I have the tool. 0.25, enter. Now simply take, and I want you to push-pull this right here. Now you can't really see what you're doing. Well, I guess there you can see it's going backwards. So I want you to push it away from you. How much are we going to do? 0.5, let's go. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. That's not going to work. We're going to do it a little differently. I'm going to Control Z that. So pretend I didn't do that. First of all, let's delete the center. So click on it, press delete. Okay, so now you can see you've got this thin piece of paper here. Let's try doing that 0.5. So I'm going to push this back, 0.5, enter. Okay, so what it did is you can see it didn't quite go because this is a 0.75 piece of wood, 3/4 inch, and it's hollow. So let's make that solid. It made the middle solid. Now let's make the outside solid. And then let's delete the middle. It's important that you do that. Otherwise it doesn't seem to want to work. So once you've done that, this is now a solid piece. We're going to push this in 0.25. There you have it. Okay, let's do the exact same thing to the bottom. We're going to delete the middle. And we're going to push that in 0.5. Redraw this line to make it solid. Even though we're going to delete it, it's important you do this step. The computer seems to like it if we do it this way. Now delete the middle. Okay, just seems to work, trust me. I've struggled with this one. So now we're going to push this in 0.25. There you have it. An almost completed clock. We'll fit that in there. Look at that. I like it. I like it so much I'm going to save it. What a great time to save. Now here's a good chance for you to decorate it a bit. Make it your own. I'm going to make this just wood. So a wood paint we'll put on it. So you're going to be looking for a paint bucket. When you click on that, it opens up these trays on the side. You can get colors, components, styles, shadows, different things like that. If I click this down arrow, I can find wood. There's wood. And I'm going to build mine with, I don't know. Let's try this one, see what it looks like. We just click on it. And you can see that you can edit the texture. So you should be able to do the size here. Let's see if I make this 1. Yeah, you can see when I change that, it changes the texture. Let's say I go 0.5. Or let's say I make it 5. So it was at 2 before. I didn't like that blurriness. Oh, that's not too bad, I guess. So that's wood. That's one of the wood colors. You can change all kinds of things in here. So you can change it, make it your own. I'm okay with that. Once you have what you like, you just click on all the pieces. Okay, you got to click on all the different parts that are white. You might have to zoom in. Oh, see, notice how the back went all at once? That's because it was grouped. Oh, we gotta do each of these little things here. Interesting, we'll get to that. I'm just clicking the stuff that's easy right now. I wonder, I wonder if I grouped the whole thing and painted it. Let me try this. I've never tried this before. Why not try it on a video? I'm going to Control Z until I get back to nothing. And I'm going to try grouping it all. Let's try this. Because I want it all the same color. Right click, make group. Now does it let me paint it? No, come on. Doesn't like that. I thought because it grouped the back. I guess not. So I guess I'm going to Control Z the grouping. Oh, too much there. I'm going to Control Z that. Click on it. Yeah, it's not grouped. The back is still grouped, which is interesting. So because that's grouped. Okay, so where is my colors? There's wood. Was that the problem? I was just not in the right spot? Let me see one more time. Maybe I was just not in the right spot over here. Deselect, grab this, grab that. Yes, it does work. I just wasn't selected in the right spot here. So there you go. You can group it and just paint it all at the same time. Huh, taught myself something new. There you have it, people. That you're going to send to me. But before you send it to me, you need to personalize it with your name. So grab 3D text. And that pops up. I'm going to type in Mr. Cardinal. Now, 1 inch height. That's probably going to be too much. I'm going to put 0.5. No, that 1 inch might fit. I'm going to go 0.75 and see what it looks like. Yeah, 0.75 is okay. I can place it. You can see I spelt my name wrong. You're kidding me. Try that again. Try that again. And that was pretty big and gaudy. I want it smaller. Sure, we'll go with that. I'm going to place that right there. And you can also color that as well. So let's say I wanted that in a color. And I just wanted to put it dark. I think you can color it. There we go. There you go. Great. I'm liking it. I'm going to fit to screen. I'm going to save that. And then you can send it to me via email. Make sure to send your name with the email. Thanks for watching, and have a good rest of your day.